Welcome to the show, y'all. Welcome to the show, y'all. It's the Greg Davis Show. We gon' talk the talk, so get ready. We came to push the call, educating. So just lock that down and keep it steady. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show. Everything is alright. We're gonna help you get your life. It's the Greg Davis Show.
Welcome to the Greg Davis Show. I'm Greg Davis, and this is the day the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it.
Oh, Lord, send now your prosperity now, and I am Lola George.
Oh, my God. A whole lot. You didn't do the last show.
Yeah, so I had to give it like extra. Oh, send now. Oh, Lord, send now.
So people will feel that you were missed.
Yeah.
We missed that from Lola George.
Yeah, they missed it. When I don't say send now prosperity, it's a problem.
You know, we got a lot of new viewers, so they got to get used to you.
They got to get used to you.
She's a lot.
Yeah,
She's
I'm a lot to deal with.
A lot.
I'm a lot. But guess what? I ain't going nowhere. Let's go.
Yeah, because you get fired every week.
I get fired every week.
On the radio, you do.
I show up every day.
So tell us about, while we're talking about radio, because we got great guests.
Yes, we do.
Y'all stay tuned. Let me give you a hint. Gospel artist with red hair.
Red hair.
Okay, hold it.
Hold on.
And her manager starts with the same name of my show. Okay, we're going to tell you. Okay. Tell them about the radio show.
Well, the radio show, you can tune in daily from 8 to 9:30 a.m. Radio 1000 in Cleveland, Ohio, 88.7 in Atlantic City, New Jersey, and 860 a.m. in Phoenix, Arizona. And you know what? You can join us on Periscope. Bishop Greg Davis, I am Lola George. You always want to be locked and listening because you never know. We're going to be providing with information, innovation, and most importantly, inspiration. Every day.
You did good. You remember all them radio stations.
Well, you know.
Because I don't.
I do want to come back.
You do want to come back.
You know, job security is what I'm
a website, Greg Davis Show.
Website, but GregDavisShow.com. If you want to be a part of the audience, you want to come on the show, you can fill out your requests there. If you want to talk with, either one of us. Follow us there.
You want to book her?
Yeah. Oh, I'm available to be booked.
She tries to sing, but she can't, so get her to host your event.
I can render a half of an A selection.
We're going to leave that to our guests. You see the segue?
You did good.
We'll leave the singing to our guests. Yeah.
That was good.
And we're going to leave the managing to the other guests. She is she has taken the gospel music genre by storm. I love this young lady. She's on with us on a regular basis, and her manager is here with us too. I made sure I put him on because I'm really proud of what God is doing. I met him some years ago. He was managing Brian Courtney Wilson, who is just doing it up across the country. And I had a chance to sit and talk to Uncle G, that's what we call him affectionately. His name is Greg Lyons. He is the manager of managers, but now has what's called Uncle G Records. And I believe Alexis Spight is his first artist, and they are tearing the charts up. And we give him all the glory. We play it on the Greg Davis Show on a regular basis. Won't you welcome to the Greg Davis Show, Alexis Spight, and affectionately known as Uncle G. Hey, y'all.
Hey. Thanks for having us.
This is family, too, by the way, y'all.
Absolutely.
This is family. She came in, took pictures of she took over my Periscope.
Oh, absolutely.
Like your shoes.
Thank you. We got the same ones. We twins.
You went on the toilet fight.
Yeah. I know you was going to feel it. You know how you beat somebody before they expose you?
That's how you get.
Can't nobody expose you.
That's how you get the story out there without the news getting out. Because I was about to say they look familiar, but you went on and did it. Y'all want to know how to kill somebody with rumors?
Right.
Tell it yourself.
Tell yourself.
And she did it. Uncle G?
Yes, sir.
We're going to start with you, man. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Bishop.
I put you on. Yeah, I put you. You didn't know you were coming on.
No idea.
Yeah, but you look like you did that with your scarf. Hollywood. He ready. He's I'm leaving his scarf on.
Be always ready. That way you ain't got to get ready.
There you go.
Right.
There you go.
So where did this journey of you and Alexis start?
With Alexis and I started when I was working independently for Matthew Knowles, the Music Borough Gospel.
Man, that seems so long ago.
It's just about with Alexis, it's been about four,
3.5 years.
yeah, about 3.5, 4 years.
Yeah, because I think I had just came to Impact. I came and visited.
Yes, sir. Yes, you did.
The office.
Came to the office in Houston, and Alexis,
knows, yeah.
at the time that Music World was the record label that was signing the artists that would win Sunday Best, the winners and the runner-ups of Sunday's Best. So that's how our journey kind of started. I was doing radio promotions there. And at the time, Alexis was looking for a manager. Her dad was managing her when she first came off to the show, but she said she wanted to keep it separated from having the dad and then having the...
Yeah, they didn't want to mess up that relationship.
Right.
We didn't see that before.
She said she didn't want to, come off the road and, be with your dad on the road and then come off the road and you be with dad again. So she was looking for a manager at the time.
So you got an uncle.
So she had an uncle that she thought about.
But he's experienced. He's been in this business for a very long time, over 20 years.
And then she's still sitting me through the ringer. She had to pray on it. She didn't jump at it right away, but which was good. And she said she didn't tell me this until maybe months later that she had actually prayed on it and God revealed it in the dream.
How old were you then?
I was 18.
Wait a minute, but listen, she being boss.
But that was wisdom.
Yeah, but I'm saying even as saying I don't want to mess up my dad's relationship with me.
Oh, yeah.
And then she want to pray on Uncle G, even though he was more experienced. You were far mature for your age at 18, talking that kind of stuff.
Bless you, sir. It's just, I guess when you have experienced adversity and overcome adversity early on, it does nothing but prompt maturity and growth.
Yeah.
So,
Uncle G, you had an opportunity to work with a lot of different people, and
Yes, ma'am.
working with Alexis. What is one of the things that, because you started working with her when she was 18, 19 years old, and that's relatively young.
Yes.
What's one of the things that you saw in her that you was like, you know what, this is going to win. This is going to be a good relationship.
Well, really honestly, like I tell people all the time, Alexis is a phenomenal singer. She's a great singer. But what people don't realize, Alexis is a much better person than she is a singer. So that was the thing that really stuck out to me, her passion.
Oh, that's a lot to say.
Her passion for people.
It is a lot to say.
And it's truth to that. I mean, I don't know you that well, but the interactions and the time that we've crossed each other, you meet people and you meet people that have status, and sometimes people carry airs to themselves.
Absolutely.
And she's just like one of the girls from,
From day one.
Yeah,
Right.
we went to school with
Right.
each other.
She's like that 24/7. As you know, we travel extensively and we barely get any sleep at night, and she's like that all the time, with little rest instead of being irritable. And she's just a magnet for kids. I mean, to a fault. Because sometimes when kids come around, she gets distracted because she loves them so much and she wants to hold them. I warn people all the time. I say, okay, don't let let her hold your baby or hug your child because you're going to have a hard time getting them back. And she does, it's all the time. It's not anything that she's putting on for the cameras. That's just how she is all the time. And I knew that was going to go a long way because, a lot of people don't realize that it's just more to being an artist. That's the thing about Sunday's Best. Sunday Best was really just a competition for singers. And it's a difference between being in a competition and actually being in the music industry.
Right.
So a lot of people just come off of a television show or a competition and they're thrusted into something that they had no experience in. As far as just like this, sitting down doing interviews, and she just seemed like she was just a natural, in front of the camera and off camera, she's the same person.
You invested a lot of time in Alexis. She was 2012 runner-up. I can say this, you can't. She's probably done best than the person that won. And I don't even remember who won that year. But I'm just saying, I can say that. Write me if you like. But I'm saying, and I think that goes to management because I've been in the industry, and I think a lot has to do with the management that you have. Wouldn't you say, Alexis?
I totally agree.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And you're my friend, but really, you are hard. I tried to beg you on the plane. I got on my knees. I said, please, baby. He said, I don't manage preachers.
No.
I'm just kidding. But really, I mean, what did you see in her?
Well, one thing, another thing that people don't really see or notice about Alexis, first of all, she has a desire. And that's where it starts. You have to want to succeed. A lot of people think it's overnight success, but they don't see, just like, give for instance, just last night. And this is typical of an evening. You know, we get to a city most of the time about 1 to 2 o'clock. Go do an event. We might not get back to the hotel, if we're lucky, 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. But then it's right back up at about 4:30. If we're lucky to sleep in, we get about 3.5 hours of sleep, and then it's back to the airport to go to the next city. A lot of people don't see that. Right. But with her, she has the, has the youth, but she has the energy and the desire, and she wants to strive. She really wants to be the best. And it comes, I wouldn't say it comes easy because I see it when she's tired, but when she gets to a place like here, you would never know that she only got 3 hours of sleep last night. But the light just goes on. But I think a lot of it is her upbringing, and she's just natural. She's just natural with her.
Growing up, I'm sure all little girls have dreams. Was this like your dream and your passion?
Absolutely, absolutely. I've been singing since I was 3. Well, since I recall, I was 3. But my dad actually found a picture. I was like 11 months old. It said 11 months old on the back. You know how the black parents, you write on the back.
Right.
And I was holding the microphone, and I said, "Dad, what was I doing?" He was like, "You just, I couldn't even talk." And so from there it just kind of grew, and I grew up in a home surrounded by music. My dad, very talented musician, guitarist, singer, preacher, everything. And music was just in my family, was in my home. And then I was in 1st grade, and they asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up, and I said I wanted to be a singer. And my mom saved it. Till this day she has it. I drew like a little picture of me singing, and I've just been working towards it ever since.
When you went to Sunday's Best, did you know at the completion of that competition that your life would be what it is right now?
I didn't. I actually didn't even think I would make it on the show because there were thousands and thousands of people. There were over 15,000 who've auditioned just for my city alone. We had the highest rated season on season 5 of BET Sunday Best, and I never thought in a million years, but I believe God that regardless of what the outcome was, that God would truly open doors. And I'm just grateful that he did that. I'm grateful that I pursued it, and I was tenacious, and I didn't give up, and I didn't allow, the numbers and the people and being intimidated by others and other people's anointing and talents and gifts to stop me from pursuing what I believe God for. So,
do you ever feel like on the road, Uncle G is a hard taskmaster, but from what you say, from what he says though, you love the word. But do you feel like you're missing out on some precious years where you could just be doing some other things, enjoying?
I wouldn't say missing out. I would say I do have challenges balancing. I do when it comes to family time and me time and just overall prioritization. But I wouldn't say that I feel like I'm missing out because we really do have fun. Like Uncle G is fun. He's really funny. We have a great time. And then not only that, the reason I love kids so much is because I was actually a preschool teacher. I was the youngest teacher in my school.
Oh, wow.
And I gravitate to kids. I love kids. Kids gravitate to me. And so it's like I get to do everything that I would have been doing if I wasn't doing that in one bundle of a career. And so I love it. I love what I do, even though it's hard, it gets tiring, even though I do have challenges balancing, it's still ultimately what I love. And so living my dream, I don't regret in any regard.
When we come back, we're going to finish talking to Uncle G and Alexis Spight. We're going to talk about Dear Diary, and we're going to talk about Uncle G Records when we come back on The Greg Davis Show.
Bishop Greg Davis Ministries present Let the Healing Begin 2, the best of Bishop Greg Davis. And today is your day for a miracle. 3 powerful anointed healing and meditation CDs by Bishop Davis. The Word of God says that if you decree a thing, it shall be established for your sake.
Isaiah 58:8.
Everyone who comes comes in contact with these 3 powerful CDs will receive a life-changing experience. Order your copy right now on iTunes, CD Baby, or Amazon. Or you can send a seed, a donation of $50, and receive all 3 healing and meditation CDs to Greg Davis Ministries, P.O. Box 44072, Detroit, Michigan 48244. Shipping and handling included. Download or order all 3 copies today and let the healing begin.
Hey, I'm Greg Davis, and over 3 years ago, I started posting tweets and posts on When the Right One Comes. Well, I tried to stop, but they wouldn't let me stop. So everybody's been asking me to write a book, When the Right One Comes. So I've taken all of my collections of When the Right One Comes, and I'm putting them in one book. You can pre-order the book right now by going to gregdavisshow@gmail.com. That's gregdavisshow@gmail.com. Order now, When the Right One Comes. Y'all should be here between the scenes. We welcome all of our new audience that's watching. Go to gregdavisshow.com and just drop us a note and say, hey, I'm new, I'm watching you every day at 5 p.m. Remember, you can watch it 6 days a week, 5 p.m. until 5:30, right here on the Greg Davis Show. And it's just we have some great guests coming up, so make sure you stay tuned. Also, don't forget, in the morning, on that same website, you can find out where you can listen to the radio show and artists like Alexis and many others we play on a daily basis. Follow Lola. Download her app. I Am Lola George. Is I Am Lola George your app?
The app is just Lola George.
It's just Lola George.
But all of the social media. You know what? I am Lola George.
Yeah, she's Lola George. I'm not. I'm not. Mine is Bishop Greg Davis. I am not Lola George. She's Lola.
I'm Lola George.
She's Lola George. Follow Bishop Greg Davis. We got Alexis Spight. Of course, you know her. Dear Diary, and of course Uncle G, the man behind the scene. Now, Alexis, is she your only artist right now?
Right now, I have Alexis on the label, Naoki, which from years back, and
that's when I really probably first met you, before Brian.
Before Brian.
Yeah.
Before Brian, and then Elder Goldwire McClendon, that was on season 3 of.
How's he doing?
He's doing great.
Good.
He's doing great.
I know he lost his wife.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And I have those 3, and then I manage several other artists as well. And then I still do work with my nephew with Master P and Romeo.
Okay. I saw you. Y'all was somewhere. You was in the car with Romeo. I said, look at him showing off. Y'all was in some car, some sports car. So, Dear Diary.
Yes,
how's
sir.
it doing?
It's doing fantastic. God is really blessing it. Upon its debut, it was #2 in the country. Furthermore, it was nominated for 6 Stellar Awards.
That's good.
So far, so I'm believing God to take some home. And it was even considered for a Grammy Award. So that was awesome. And it's also being considered for an NAACP Image Award. So I'm just really excited about everything God is doing through it. I got to have a lot of creative control, which was awesome. I came up with the... It was awesome. I came up with the title. Uncle G is just awesome. That's another thing. Just
do y'all
really
ever get into it about that kind of stuff?
Oh yeah, we get into it all the time. But I mean, that's my uncle. We always come back. We're family. So like us. But he's awesome because he's so humble.
You don't say that stuff about me, though. About your brother, I'm awesome.
Well, I was getting ready.
No, that's okay. Go ahead. You said because she said.
He's just awesome. I mean, of course, I've been on another label and things like that, and I'm just grateful to have the amount of freedom that I do because a lot of times you don't get that. Yeah, you don't get that. They try to change you and they try to do so many different things with so many different labels, but I'm just grateful to be on a label where I have that freedom to creatively be myself, and so I'm grateful that he accepts my ideas. And
she's pretty good. She's good. Her first project, I don't know if people know, she wrote 2 of the songs, and one was one of the staple songs on the album Steady, and she wrote that song when she was 15 years old,
like 13.
13.
Wow.
Just in my room,
And
that song stayed on the charts for months.
Now, I believe we are the sum total of where we come from. You worked with Master P. Do you think because you were with Master P and in that world, would you have been able to accept Alexis as much with the red hair and everything? Had you not? No, I'm being very serious.
No, I'm serious. Okay.
Would you? I mean, would you had probably as much?
Well, we still get into it sometimes.
Really?
We just did
We
today.
just did before we came out here
He
because
was like, I don't like your hair like that.
I don't like the long red hair.
He's like,
Me
I like the
personally.
short. It's
I like
better.
the shorter. I like the shorter style.
We're gonna
I
have to
think-
disagree,
And
but
I
you know
have
I'm
to
a
tell
little,
him, like,
you know,
I'm a
little
woman,
liberal
so
though.
I have to switch it up. You know,
And
sometimes
I
I'm
get
going to
that,
be short.
and I get that, but
sometimes I'm going to
the
be
thing
long.
about it, sometimes since our travel is so extensive and we going all the time,
hard to
it's harder
manage.
for her to keep the longer hair
Look
up.
at you looking at all that. Go on.
You got to.
He'd be like, that's
I got to.
tangly, that's natty.
And then you know, I get, I gotta keep it real. That's what my job
But that's
is.
why I love him, you know?
That's what my
'Cause
job. But
people
we
will-
just got
people
into it before we
walked
not really
out
got
here.
into it, but
He was
I
like-
was just telling.
Boy,
her.
they sound like us.
All day.
Yeah, I told her.
She talking about she was gonna cut all her hair off, or she was gonna go. I'm like, everybody is used to this now. Keep that. Keep that
He was
thing.
like, no, that's
And
natty.
brain.
you know, and it's kind of a thin line kind of thing because I know she still has to be herself as well. But then I also try to look at things from the professional side and what other people are viewing. And I know she wants to get to a certain point, and then sometimes, you know, your appearance is everything.
Yeah.
So sometimes,
And I get that too.
Yeah,
Well,
and-
it comes from like respecting each other. You
Yeah.
know, we really respect each other and we respect each other's opinions.
So you think about what he says.
Yes, I really
Oh,
do.
she
He doesn't
does.
think I do,
I think she does.
but I really do.
And then, you know, and then I'm going to tell her things that her friends probably won't.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So hopefully she knows I'm telling her out of love. I'm not really
Of
trying to tell her
course.
to demean her in any way.
course.
But I just, you know, certain times, it's not all the time. Like sometimes if she has time, and you know, we just were on delay getting here. But sometimes if she has time and then she could get it, you know, comb and curl properly when it's long, it's a big difference. But sometimes, like today, we had to come
Sometimes
straight.
it's natty.
Right, straight off the plane and just
It's a
do the
real discussion right here.
Do the 5 heartbeat thing. Just come straight in and be camera ready. And it's, you know, like I said, everybody doesn't know that. You're allowing us a chance to say it, but everybody
People
doesn't.
like to hear this.
Yeah.
And this
Yeah.
is a good
And I
topic
love
and
it.
discussion because as artists and as people in front of the camera, in the public's eye, image is everything.
Everything.
Right.
How much pressure do you feel as a woman in the industry dealing with your image?
A lot. People talk about my image all the time. You can go, I mean, and it's tough sometimes because of circumstances like that when I haven't had the time to really get myself together. And sometimes, you know, if you go on YouTube and things like that and see some of the comments
harsh
about
comments.
your image and things like that, it can be discouraging. You know, it can be it really can be discomforting, you know, because you really, as a woman, you pride in how you look, you know, so you just gotta be. You gotta be careful.
And even with the comments, it's not so much of someone disagreeing with a style because we, you know, we all have our own style, and everybody's not going to like everything that you wear. Just
Right.
as much as I admire what you wear and how you look all the time, it's not every time that I see I'm like, oh, that look good on him.
Right.
But it's the comments that come when they try to judge her heart.
Right.
When they say, oh, you know, just because she had, look at that red hair, you know, she's just trying to show off and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you don't even know this person's heart.
And that's
You
the
don't-
thing. That's now that
bothers
being in the public eye. That's the thing that bothers you the most.
Absolutely.
You don't
That
really know
bothers
my
you. You
heart
don't- you
when
don't
you
know
see
her
those
heart.
comments.
You don't know me.
Yeah,
You don't know me at
yeah.
all. Not even someone you don't know my heart. You don't know me as a person.
At all, like
Yeah.
you said.
And the funny part about it, some of the comments, I might even agree with the person, but when you attack her character,
Right.
in her heart and her spirituality and her beliefs, I'm like, you've crossed the line now.
Right.
I think the hardest thing is to read something on there that you know is not true about yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
I just went through that just yesterday. Somebody said, "Oh, you went to that Donald Trump meeting, and how could you go against black folk?" I said, "Sir, I saw you in the picture with so-and-so." I said, "You didn't see me. I wasn't at no meeting. I was taping my shows." Those are the kind of things
Right.
that bother you.
Right.
So do you ever try to just kind of say something nice back to them, or do you
I
just
do.
leave it alone?
I-
Yeah, because I'm
if
like
it's
that. I gotta
important
say
enough,
something like
I
that.
address it.
Yeah.
I don't believe that we should just be silent all
I don't
the time.
either.
I believe that sometimes people need to know that they're being offensive because sometimes they really don't know. I think sometimes they're just used to being able
And they need to know you have feelings. too.
Right, and they're used to us just not responding responding. They feel like, you know, they can say whatever they want because we aren't in the position to say it. But I think there are ways that you can address somebody and put them in check without being disrespectful or using vulgarity or anything.
How do you stay balanced? We got about 4 minutes. How do you stay balanced in believing all of the press? You know, we always talk about that because you can start feeling yourself in all this. You can't.
Absolutely.
I mean, you're here now, and when you leave here, you're going to do another show live tonight, and you can get caught up in all that. How do you keep it balanced? I know he probably helps you.
Absolutely, yes.
You got to help him, though. No,
we help each other, but you know, we both come from like nothing. You know, I come from being homeless. I come from poverty. I come from a life of that, really up until a few years ago. You know, in all transparency. And so, when you realize that nothing that you have is given to you based on you, and you truly recognize who your source is, you realize there's no goodness of your talent or your ability that's brought you to where you are, but it's simply God's favor over your life. And what else encourages me is me traveling a lot. I go to a lot of different churches, and I hear tremendously talented and equally anointed artists, but they're at their local churches, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just I don't take for granted an opportunity to travel and be on television and sing before thousands of people, and so I would say that's definitely what it is, just knowing who my source is and constantly reflecting on that and knowing that it's not about me, but it's about illuminating God and making sure that He's always the center, He's always promoted, at His very best. And so
creatively, you have some control now. What are some of the things that you would like to do that you haven't done yet?
Ooh, I was just telling Uncle G these things.
Why did you ask
I play
Bingo.
I play a couple instruments. I play alto sax, and I mess around on drums a little bit. And I really would like to incorporate some of that stuff in my music. And then I write also. So I just started working on my book. The Lord told me to write it a long time ago, and it's been being confirmed like over and over. So I'm like, okay.
Publishing.
And I finally started. So yeah, he's gonna have to publish my book too.
Yeah, he can do it.
She don't have a choice.
We got about 2 minutes. Uncle G Records. How can we support it? It's we're excited about it. So what can people do to support it?
Well, first of all, they can go get the new album, Dear Diary. They could go to iTunes, Apple, Google Play. They can download Amazon. They can download it. It's in all the retail stores, Walmart, Target, FYE, Best Buy. They can support it that way. If they want to book Alexis for an event, they could go to alexisspight.com. And I also have my own website, unclegpromo.com as well. But I always say we're a small black business, but we serve a much bigger God. So
absolutely,
we're just excited about what God is doing. I know He's not done with us yet. Like you said, we come from humble beginnings, but I think He has a plan for us, as long as we keep Him first. So that's what we plan to do.
So are you looking for other artists in case somebody's watching? They can go to your website?
They can go to my website and reach me. Again, they can reach me at unclegpromo.com. They can submit music or their information. I answer everybody.
All right. Thank you all so much. I want to say this. I thank you for your friendship down through the years. I mean that. Seriously, we are friends. We don't talk all the time.
Yes, sir.
We be passing by and we'll text each other. But I thank you for your friendship. You mess with me when I'm in Miami. Alexis, I'm so godly proud of you. Your journey, and you're like a little daughter to me. I thank God for you. Really, seriously, both of you. And
thank you.
Go support both of them. Go support both of them by getting Dear Diary and download it. Go to the store and get it. Support black business, y'all. Seriously, to our new viewers, support Uncle G Records. And if you're an artist, make sure you go to his website. And what I will tell you about him, he's a man of integrity. He will listen to it. And he will also tell you what you need to do to get it right. It's the Greg Davis Show, me and Lloyd. We'll see you next time right here, Impact.